সবাইকে শুভেচ্ছা। আমরা আজকে কথা বলবো অন্যতম সুনামধন্য শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠান হেইলিবারি নিয়ে। আমরা জানি যুক্তরাজ্যে প্রতিষ্ঠানটি কাজ পরিচালনা করছে, শিক্ষা দিয়ে আসছে প্রায় 160 বছর ধরে। বিশ্বের অন্যতম সুনামধন্য স্কুল এই হেইলিবারি এবার প্রথমবারের মতো বাংলাদেশের ভালুকাতে যাত্রা শুরু করছে। প্রায় 1000 আবাসিক শিক্ষার্থীর এখানে সুযোগ থাকছে পড়াশোনা করার, সুবিশাল ক্যাম্পাস এবং আনুষঙ্গিক সুযোগ সুবিধা সবই থাকছে এই প্রতিষ্ঠানটিতে। আজকে আমাদের সঙ্গে আমাদের স্টুডিওতে অতিথিরা আছেন, তাদের সঙ্গে কথা বলবো, আরও জানবো এই প্রতিষ্ঠানটি নিয়ে। আমরা পরিচয় করিয়ে দিই। প্রথমেই আমাদের সঙ্গে আছেন ঢাকা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের সাবেক উপাচার্য SM ফায়েজ স্যার, তিনি হেইলিবারির অ্যাডভাইজার হিসেবে দায়িত্ব পালন করছেন। আমাদের সঙ্গে আছেন সাইমন ও গ্রেডি, ফাউন্ডিং হেডমাস্টার হেইলিবারি ভালুকা, and he is the alumni of London School of Economics. আরও আছেন ডক্টর সন্দীপ, একাডেমিক ডিরেক্টর হেইলিবারি ভালুকা। Then first question for Simon, why Haileybury is one of the leading school in the world?
Well, first of all, thank you very much indeed for hosting us today, and thank you for your wonderful hospitality. Haileybury UK is one of the leading schools in the world, and the reasons for that, first of all, it has a legacy of over 160 years, and over that stretch of time it has influenced every area of human endeavour and managed to influence significantly the rate of human progress in every field. If we look at Haileybury in terms of what it does, Haileybury continues to develop and indeed shape the leaders of tomorrow, and it does that in ways that draw upon its past, related to its present, but shaping the future of those students and indeed the future of societies in which they're privileged to lead.
What difference it brings Haileybury in Bhaluka in Bangladesh?
Well, we intend to change the education landscape in Bangladesh, and indeed particularly in Bhaluka. And indeed, whilst we will shape the young minds who are privileged to be part of our educational journey, we also intend to influence education more generally in Bangladesh. And we will do that in a number of ways. First of all, we focus on the future, not the past. We focus on skills, those future skills such as critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration. And thirdly, we make sure that we get and keep great teachers. The best international teachers globally will be make sure we keep them by making sure that they're at the forefront of teaching methodology. All of our teachers, for example, are going to be certified by the Graduate School of Education at Harvard University. And all of our students will benefit from our unique partnership with Oxford's High Performance Learning. No other school in Bangladesh can claim to be the outstanding school from its outset, but Haileybury Bhaluka can.
Then we come to Dr. Sandip. We know that you are the academic director. Then what kinds of benefits for the students or for the children who pass out from Haileybury?
Oh, that's a good question. Again, thank you for inviting me here. Now, the question is a very deep question. What benefit does a student get after passing out of Haileybury depends on what have we given him inside Haileybury. I'll take a few points from Simon, and because very, very important points. Now, when you're trying to create a world leader, you can depend upon international standard education to build that person. Now, how do you build a world leader? I mean, if you look at schools currently across the world or in Bangladesh, the focus is simply on trying to get good marks. But Haileybury believes in outstanding high performance, and that outstanding high performance comes from the inputs that we give. So number one point, what Simon said, which school do you know of where all teachers are Harvard certified? Harvard certified. There is no school. Haileybury is there. Haileybury Bhaluka, when children come, one parent asked me once, are all teachers, expatriates? I said, that's a wrong question. You should be asking us, what are the educational qualifications of the teachers? And that is remarkable, because if you are going to be taught by such a phenomenal group of personalities inside the classroom, that changes a student forever. Number two, when we talk about high performance learning, this is not simple. This is an absolutely well-researched way of bringing out outstanding performance even in average or above average students. When a student goes through augmented reality, virtual reality, we have the nation's only AI-enabled tech labs. When they are able to analyze a coronavirus right there in the science lab and see its structure in the through an electron microscope, what impact does it make for a child? You know, when I see the teaching at Haileybury, I want to go back out there. So it's not just that we are situated in an 850-acre luxurious landscape. I mean, no school can even imagine giving that to the children. We are giving that. It's not just that we are giving Harvard certified teachers, but most importantly, the fact that Haileybury's children, the children who passed out of Haileybury this year, for example, 61%, and I'm repeating this percentage, 61% joined Ivy League and Russell Group universities. What are Ivy League universities? Harvard, Yale, Wharton, Stanford, and I mean the whole bunch of universities which are considered at the top. And what are Russell Group? Oxford, Cambridge, and so on and so forth. So our children join, and not just one or two, 61% join, and the remaining also join leading universities. So what can a child look forward to? Depends on what he's getting. And why are these Ivy League and Russell Group universities coming to our campus and choosing our students, fighting for our students to join them? Because of their academic results. Now, you ask any parent across Bangladesh, what is most important for them? Yeah, they will come and they will say, you know, again, a parent came and say, what extracurricular activities do you have in the campus? I said that, again, a wrong question. You should ask us, what are you giving to them that will make them world leaders? Rather than asking me what are extracurricular activities. Now, how is that reflected? Look at the results. For any Bangladeshi parent who asks me, okay, what are the academic results of Haileybury? They are beyond what any school can achieve. We are right now ranked in the world's top 2% on IB results. We are ranked 84th on Cambridge results. We are ranked number 6 by the Sunday Times in private boarding schools in the UK, and so on and so forth. The amount of accolades that Haileybury will get is not just built upon 10, 20, 30 years of establishment. Like Simon said, it's 160 plus years of establishment. It was set up by a company which you would very know, East India Company, which, you know, populated the world and this part of the Indian subcontinent. But 160 years ago, they were renamed Haileybury College, and since then till now, you will find that so many collectors, so many heads of state, so many heads of institutions have passed out from Haileybury who are, you know, recognized across the world. I'll give you a few examples from age old, you know, if I can give. We have Thomas Malthus, who was a headmaster at Haileybury. He's one of the most famous economists in the world. We have Nobel Prize winners like Rudyard Kipling. Jungle Book is the favorite of every child. Rudyard Kipling is a pass out of Haileybury. This year we had Oppenheimer, which was such a phenomenal English movie on the atomic bomb made by Christopher Nolan, Haileybury alumnus. You know, you see English test matches, you see Sam Billings playing out there, Haileybury alumnus. And so on and so forth. We have out here, we have the Bitopi Group, for example. The managing director of the Bitopi Group, Mr. Miran Ali, Haileybury alumnus. We can keep going on and on about this, but when you ask a student in a school in Bangladesh, what are your, you know, you've done very well in grade 10, in grade 12, will you be able to get the same marks, or will you be able to get the highest marks in physics in grade 12 across Bangladesh? He'll, you know, a good student will say, I'll try hard. It's tough, I'll try hard. What do you ask a Haileybury student? High marks are a given. High marks are a given. They don't care about the marks because they're going to get high marks. So what do you ask a Haileybury student? You ask, okay, you are the house head of this year for this house, because in a boarding school there are houses. Will you be able to become the European Union head in 10 years? He'll answer, it's tough, but I'll give it a shot. That's the attitude that a Haileybury student gets when he passes out of his of the school, and that's what we will recreate in Haileybury Bhaluka. Just yesterday, you know, every day we get queries from parents, and every day Simon has a hard time, you know, choosing the right student, and that is because these students that we want to get are the students who will stand for merit. Just yesterday, he chose a student from Bangladesh, absolutely brilliant, won the Haileybury Academic Excellence Scholarship. His whole schooling is free from the time he's joined us to the end. And that scholarship goes a long way to prove to the community that we are here to promote education and not just, say that, oh, Haileybury is here, Haileybury. We are focused on merit. Intelligent students, we would encourage them to just walk in and apply with their parents. I mean, as guardians, every student is welcome to apply, because our objective is we are creating not just a school, it's a movement, it's a philosophy. It's going to change the landscape of Bangladesh in ways that I can only imagine in 10 to 15 years. Why? When you see international organizations, they will look at Bangladesh, they will see, okay, Unilever is here, great, okay, Procter & Gamble, great, Marico, great, Haileybury, wow. That's the attitude that I want Microsoft, Oracle and all to see, because that confidence building measure also brings, Bangladesh brings to the world when they see international brands like Haileybury are joining.
Yeah, we know that Haileybury is a legacy, and you think that this student who passed from Haileybury Bhaluka, they compete any other student in the world? Do you think that?
Yeah, absolutely. They are the best, because the students who pass out of Haileybury Bhaluka, when they stand out, they are competing with the best in the world. And when you say the best in the world, the best as per what? The best as per university entrance exams. The best as per what are the choices that they take to build their future. So yes, they are the best. There's no doubt about that.
Then what's the total investment for a student to stay in Haileybury Bhaluka?
That's a very good question. As a school which brings world-class standards to Bangladesh, as a school which provides experiences, infrastructure, academic curriculum like absolutely no other school can, there is a significant investment that we make in the child's future rather than vice versa. The fees, of course, for us, the fees is at a level which is commensurate to the quality of education being given, but more importantly, what we get to the students is a $15 million scholarship fund. Now, Haileybury Bhaluka under Simon's leadership has introduced a $15 million scholarship fund out here in Bangladesh, where students have, when they apply, they have to go through a cognitive aptitude test, and once they qualify on that, they are eligible to get as much funding as their merit requires through that $15 million scholarship fund. So we are a school which is investment heavy because the quality of education that we bring is very high, but to support meritorious students, a person might not have that kind of an investment backing. We are ready to support them through the complete lifetime of the student. So it's not just 1 year, it's through all the years. Simon.
As you know, Sandeep, I meet parents every day, and indeed more importantly, I meet the young people of Bangladesh every day. And frankly, I'm inspired by them, because I have that positive, progressive belief that every generation is better than the last. And indeed, the young students of Bangladesh prove my point every day. So I'm delighted to be able to host them and to chat with them and to learn about what their ambitions are. And equally, I'm privileged to be able to support those ambitions. And when you talk about that word investment, we mean that in its broadest sense. Yes, of course, we support them in the financial terms, but investment is also about that thread that they will take through their lives of being lifelong learners. And we teach something so precious that it's certainly more valuable than gold. And that's the ability to think, how to learn. And they take that forward throughout their different throughout the different challenges that they will face. And indeed, we give them opportunities and options, not just in this country, but certainly in Bangladesh if they wish, but globally as well. And you're absolutely right. They are competing. They are competing for those precious positions and places around the world, but we give them the chance to do so. And that's a fantastic thing that we're bestowing on our students in Bangladesh.
If I can add just a last point out here, the value of an institution is seen by the by the friends you keep, right? You assess a person with the friends you keep. In the same way, if you see, we are opening in August 2024. Our first batch starts in August 2024, and what all is happening in the past few months? Parents are walking in every day, students are inquiring every day. These international tests that we are conducting, the example that I gave, why the point that the confidence that we get, that yesterday the student who came, he's got the highest score in the cognitive aptitude test, and that is the highest that any person internationally can get. And that gives us, so much of a boost that out here we have intelligent, meritorious students. Harvard University, for the first time, organized its Harvard Summer School Information Session in Bangladesh in October. Who did they organize it with? Haileybury. In June, Massachusetts Institute of Technology will be organizing its first summer camp in Bangladesh ever. Which campus are they organizing it? Haileybury. And this is all before even the school has started. So you have MIT, you have Harvard, you have Oxford, you have everybody coming in within the backing of a school. And that is why I keep saying that this is not just a school, it's a movement which is going to transform education under the leadership of Simon and under the guidance of Dr. Faiz. And that is my additional response.
I mean, let's just return to the starting point when you said, you asked quite wisely that question in terms of what difference is Haileybury Bhaluka going to make to Bangladesh. We want all education contexts, particularly schools, to be safe, happy and successful places. And indeed, we have that confidence that Haileybury Bhaluka will be a shining beacon for those things. We also have the influence to make sure that we can make other schools as safe as Haileybury Bhaluka. And in that, we've made sure that we set up a new organisation. We call it Be Safe, the Bangladesh Safeguarding Alliance for Educators. And Haileybury is going to use its influence in various ways to make sure that every school in Bangladesh, not just in Dhaka, but particularly the regions as well, is a safe place for children to learn and prosper. That's the influence, and that's so important to us. So yes, we are concerned about the success of our students, but we're also concerned about the success of the nation as it seeks to create smart people for its smart vision.
থ্যাংক ইউ। এবার আমরা আসি এস এম ফায়েজ স্যারের কাছে। স্যার হচ্ছে আমরা দেখি বাংলাদেশ থেকে প্রতি বছর উচ্চশিক্ষার জন্য অনেক শিক্ষার্থী দেশের বাইরে যাচ্ছে। তো হেলিবেরি ভালুকা যে শিক্ষা কার্যক্রম শুরু করতে যাচ্ছে, তো তাদের সেই প্রত্যাশাটা পূরণ করতে পারবে কিনা, বা এই স্টুডেন্টরা যারা বাইরে যাচ্ছে তারা হেলিবেরি ভালুকাতে তাদের এই আন্তর্জাতিক যে শিক্ষার যে টার্গেটটা সেটা ফুলফিল করতে পারবে কিনা?
অনেক ধন্যবাদ জয়শ্রী। First of all, the Vice Chancellor of Dhaka University, why he has come as an advisor at Haileybury Bhaluka, because this is Haileybury Bhaluka. That's why the Vice Chancellor has come as an advisor, and because it is affiliated with Haileybury UK. In fact, the more you tell about these two institutes, Haileybury Bhaluka and Haileybury UK together, the more remain to be said. And the more name you mentioned as alumni of Haileybury, the more remain to be said or to be mentioned. For example, when Sandeep was mentioning about the names, there are so many names, but one name probably it slipped your mind, that was Clement Attlee, yes, the famous Prime Minister, the British Prime Minister, who created a tremendous amount of image for his contribution for that region. So definitely, as you said, আপনি যেটা বললেন যে আমাদের দেশ থেকে অনেক চলে যাচ্ছে ছেলেমেয়েরা, এদেরকে আমরা ধরে রাখতে পারবো কিনা। আমি এইটা চিন্তা করতে গেলে প্রথমেই আমি ভাবি সেই দিনটার কথা যখন আমি অ্যাবারডিন ইউকেতে পিএইচডি করছিলাম 1970 to 1973। সে সময় দেখলাম অনেক বাচ্চা ছেলে মেয়ে from Malaysia, they came to study at the schools and colleges in Aberdeen. কেন? যে সেই সময় মালয়েশিয়াতে ওই রকম স্কুল প্রতিষ্ঠিত হয়নি। But now look at Malaysia. Instead of Malaysia sending students to Britain, the students from Western world and also from many other eastern part of the world, they are going to Malaysia for education. So with Haileybury Bhaluka, we can imagine that in the presence of such distinguished school in Bangladesh, definitely this will not only attract Bangladeshi students, but also attract other students from everywhere in the world. So there is no reason that we are constrained with the numbers, because we cannot take all of them who are going abroad. But we feel that this will create a trend where other schools will be created in Bangladesh. So together we will be able to attract very good merits in Bangladesh and keep them here in Bangladesh and train them so that they become future leaders, the leaders of tomorrow, as Simon has already said.
You want to maintain quality, not quantity.
Quantity is definitely, we cannot afford to take that many students. But quality, yes. We have one of the best headmasters here with Simon Grady as the headmaster here. And definitely the other teachers will be highly qualified. As Dr. Shundeep has said, all of them will be Harvard certified. That is very important. You get the best education possible, not only here in Bangladesh, but anywhere in the world that is possible. So we get that education. But the best talents will be teachers in this school. So together it's a teamwork. It's a teamwork, and at the same time, I should have mentioned it when I just started. I joined the headmaster, Simon. I joined the director, Sandeep, Dr. Sandeep, and I thank the Bangladesh Pratidin group, and also the editor, Naeem Nizam, and also I thank you for giving this opportunity to tell something about this school and reach the mind of the people who matter. It's a teamwork, and together definitely we shall contribute, inshallah.
শেষ প্রশ্ন যদি করি যে বাংলাদেশের শিক্ষার মান উন্নয়নে হেলিবেরি ভালুকা কি ধরনের ভূমিকা রাখবে বলে আপনি মনে করেন?
As I said, the best standard that is possible. সবচেয়ে ভালো অপরচুনিটি যেটা দেওয়া যায়। শুধু যে একাডেমিক প্রোগ্রাম, একাডেমিক কারিকুলাম তা না, একটা মানুষকে সত্যিকার সেন্সে ভবিষ্যৎ একটা লিডার হিসেবে তৈরি করার জন্য যা কিছু প্রয়োজন প্রত্যেকটা এরিয়া কভার করবে। হি উইল বি ইকুয়ালি গুড ইন স্পোর্টস, in cultural activities. At the same time, remember, he will be that student will be a global citizen. And শুধু তাই না, বাংলাদেশের যে কালচার, the values, সেগুলো কিন্তু আপহোল্ড করবে, সেগুলো ধরে রাখবে, সেগুলো ধারণ করে that person, that student is becoming a global citizen and a leader of tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
So nice of you.
আপনাকে সবাইকে হৈমন্তিক শুভেচ্ছা জানিয়ে শেষ করছি আমাদের আজকের আয়োজন। সবাই ভালো থাকুন, সুস্থ থাকুন।